And we want to kind of tell you guys a little bit about how it's changed our life. And then as more people come on, we'd like to hear from you and know why you made the decision to become a tax preparer as well. All right, so we're just going to jump in and get started. So first, let's talk about what a career as a tax preparer can do for you. So if this is anybody's first year being a tax professional, you might be wondering why become a tax professional. The first thing, and kind of one of the most important things, is that it is high income potential. You can have financial freedom doing tax returns. A lot of people their first year see 10, 20, maybe even 30, $40,000, and it definitely couldn't be you. So it's a very, very high income potential business. Another reason why I really love becoming a tax professional is that for me, I really wanted to have the ability to homeschool. So I have two kids. They are 3 and 2. And when I had kids, I know I didn't want them to go to public school. So I wanted to have a type of career that would allow me to work with them at home in my own time and environment and not have to really trust somebody else to do that for me. Another thing is the ability to travel. My husband and I, for those of y'all who know us, know that we really love to travel. We travel out the country several times a year. So this industry has given us the ability to be able to travel in the off season, locally and internationally. And we'll tell you guys some more about that. It's an extra stream of income, and you're able to pursue multiple interests with it. So for example, my husband, he does Forex, he does meditation, public speaking. I'm doing real estate, I'm an author, I do travel blogging. You can do whatever you want. You can pursue multiple interests. There is no reason why you have to feel like you're locked into a career as a tax professional. You have options in this industry. And I know for a lot of people, that means a lot, having those options.
Okay. So to add more to that, being a tax preparer, people might look at you and say, oh, how do you do it? How do you get to crunch those numbers? Or how do you get to, I can't deal with tax. But this kind of thing is really something that's lucrative, something that is never going out of business. Because guess what? Everybody already know the IRS is the biggest pimp. So you already know that if the shark is getting some of it, you want to be biting off of the shark too. And that's what, as tax preparers, we are here to just move with the sharks and just get some from that. So becoming a taxpayer is really something that's really going to help you, change your life, make you more free. A lot of you guys might have different things that you aspire to be in life. This is something that can actually trigger you and move you, propel you to even becoming those things that you have been dreaming to become, because you have all this, you literally have these points that we have listed here. So much financial freedom. I mean, when I first started doing this, let's get to my story.
Let's get to our story.
Let's get to my story.
Let's tell you a little bit about us.
Yeah. So I'm Moses Adesimilolu, and I really started this over 10 years ago on TurboTax. But before that, I was just an immigrant who came from Africa, coming over here to have a better life, to live the American dream. So I'm out here, looking to acquire my status, my citizenship, my status, because I'm an immigrant, I don't have the socials to work. I can't really move like freely like that. So I'm out here struggling, y'all. Like really just struggling, just trying to make ends meet, working odd jobs. I still managed to go to school, paid my way through school, managed to get my bachelor's degree in accounting. And I say, you know what? Let me go ahead and live the American dream. Let me start working a 9 to 5 and, becoming an accountant. But nobody was giving me a chance. Nobody was giving me the opportunity for me to just show myself as an asset to the company. So with my back against the wall, guess what? I had to figure something out. So I started doing TurboTax. I started filing people's taxes, friends and families doing their taxes on TurboTax, and I'm charging $25 to $50, thinking that I'm doing something. And it really was something that I didn't even know was gonna help me to the place I'm at now. To the point where I met a husband and wife team who had a tax firm, and going with them, I joined with them, and they showed me the road, showed me how to become more professional, showed me how to become more proficient, and becoming more confident in charging the amount that's worth for my services. So with me being with these people, it really gave me the open eye. But there was one thing that stuck out, in which I wanted more professionalism. I brought my wife home, which is my girlfriend then, and ever since she started, her life was changed. Well, go ahead and tell the story, baby.
So y'all, I started in the tax industry 7 years ago. Before I was doing taxes, I was a teller at a credit union. And I think I was making maybe $12, $13 an hour. I was living paycheck to paycheck. And just to be real with y'all, I was like really depressed. I didn't like going to work. I used to try to call out all the time. I felt like they didn't really appreciate me. There was no room to grow. I felt like there was a lot of racism going on. And to be honest, I was at the point where I was like praying every single night, like, please let me find another opportunity. Because it had to be more to life than just waking up, going to work, paying bills, repeat. And so, and then, I had something tragic happen to me, like a real crisis. So my cousin, who was like a brother to me, we lived together at the time, he ended up getting murdered. And it was like a turning point in my life, because I was like, if we can go at any time, why am I sitting here living a life that I really was kind of embarrassed to be living? Maybe on the outside, people would say, oh, you have a respectable job, but I wasn't happy. I didn't feel like I was doing my purpose. I didn't like it. And I was so grateful for the opportunity. So I'm not going to lie. My first year doing taxes, I was kind of nervous. I was wondering how I was going to get clients, who was going to trust me to do the taxes if it's my first year. I was just under the impression that everybody was going to go to H&R Block or Jackson Hewitt, who was going to give me a chance. But I was just like, I didn't have anything to lose. Like, let's just go for it. What do I have to lose? And so, like you said, I got on with that company. And my first year, I ended up getting over 100 people. And most of those were people I didn't even know, y'all. I was at the point where I was riding in my car with flyers on the passenger seat. And if I saw you walking down the street, I was coming for you. Like, I was rolling down my window, hey, who did your taxes? Let me give you a flyer. I'm not even going to lie. Sometimes if they was ready right then, I would be like, jump in the car. Let me take you to the office, because we did have an office. But I was just really hungry, like going to malls, passing my flyers out, going to apartment complex, leaving my flyers like at the mailbox, just doing different things. And then I ended up getting over 100 clients, and I made over $20,000 my first year. And when I saw that check, y'all, and I started getting that money, I was like, wait a minute. Because even as a personal banker, I think I made like a little over $20,000 working all year, 9 to 5. And I had just made that same amount of money in 3-4 months. And so after the first year, you didn't have to tell me anything else. I was like, you know what? I'm going to put my all into this, and I'm really going to go for it. 2 years after that, we started our first office with 5 other tax preparers. And since that time, we have just been growing, helping other people to grow, working with other virtual tax preparers, and showing people like this is a legitimate opportunity to make some money. You can definitely find people, like I said, most of the people when I started were strangers to me. It doesn't always have to be people you know, but you have to be like hungry. You have to have that hustle mentality of, I'm going to tell people about myself. I'm going to put myself out there and go and get it.
Go get it. Yep, that's it. It's a real, the tax business is something for people who are go-getters. If you were somebody who always hustling, you've always been hustling when you was younger, you you have the hustle mentality, entrepreneurship mentality, this is a great opportunity for you because like there is no limits to how many people that you could do. There is no
Definitely.
limit to how much money that you can make. The only limit is your mind telling you what you feel like you can do.
Exactly. So just again to talk about the transformation, because I want to let you guys know about what it did for us. And so, it could probably do that for you too. So before I started doing taxes, I was living paycheck to paycheck, didn't have the time or the funds to travel, and was depressed and overworked. Okay, and since that time, it's been about 7 years, everything has changed and turned around. So now, financial freedom, able to travel the world with my family, and then we get to spend our time how we want. So, that's what it did for us. And just to kind of show you guys what I mean, we just got some pictures. So this was after our first year in business, as our own business, we were able to purchase our first property, 6-bedroom, 4-bathroom house. Yeah, I purchased this house before I was 30 years old, and it's something that I didn't think I would be able to do. And I was so proud. We were so proud of ourselves when we were able to do that. Anybody who has gone through the process of buying a house, it's not just about money. You have to go through an underwriting process. It's a lot of paperwork, and it's a lot of back and forth. So that was really a proud moment for us. We were able to travel the world with our family. These are just some pictures from last year. So we were able to go to London, England, Placentia, Belize, and Phuket, Thailand. And not just for days, y'all, for months. We were traveling with our kids, our 2-year-old and 3-year-old. I think they were like 1 and 2 at the time. So this is all things that we have been able to do ourselves just from doing taxes. And it's possible for every single person here.
This when it's not tax season, the season is not really in the heat mode. We do different things that's helping out in the community. Letting people know about the tax industry, letting people know about new tax laws, speaking about meditation, empowerment of the mind. I'm very passionate about mind elevation and stuff like that, coaching people about just becoming better in people of life. So this is kind of things that you guys will be getting to from joining our team. We'll begin different empowerment, motivational, inspirational go-getters. And my wife too, I also trade Forex too. So also this is something else that I invest the money into. Like the money that you make from the taxes, you invest it back into other things that you try to do. So I invest into the foreign exchange market. And that's doing really, really good for me right now. And I also coach people about trading Forex as well. And my wife, what do you do, baby? Tell them what you do after this.
Well, for those who know me, they know I do real estate, so I'm a realtor, so I sell real estate on the side. Also an author, travel blogger, travel agent. You can just pretty much do whatever you want to do. Like we were saying before, for those of you who came on a little bit later, you're not locked into a career as a tax professional. You can do anything that you want to do in the off season. So it's a lot of room and potential for you to do whatever you want.
And you can still be filing taxes too. So like I'm still filing people's taxes all the way till October. People were still coming to me to file their taxes. So there was nothing stopping me from doing all these things at one time. You're creating multiple streams of income for yourself. Like I said, this is a business for entrepreneurs, people that are looking to grow, people that are looking to get to the next level in life, because that's all we're doing. We're evolving to get to the next level in life.
Absolutely. So, oh, look at baby girl. Hey, baby girl. So let's talk about a couple of myths about the tax industry. Some people feel like the tax industry is for numbers people, so you have to be a numbers person to do taxes. I'm going to tell y'all that that's not true at all. My experience in this industry has been that tax preparation is a relationship business. So you really just have to be a good communicator, kind of, like I said before, a hustler. You just kind of have to get people to know that you do taxes and that you can help them, and they just have to trust you. Like, okay, I trust you with giving you my personal information. The software, we have state-of-the-art software. It's going to walk you through how to do it. Most of this, to be honest with y'all, is data entry. So if you can take a W-2 and read a name and type it in the computer, then you can definitely be a tax professional. What's going to separate you from everybody else is your ability to talk to somebody, get them to know you, like you, and trust you, and get them to do your taxes. Be a good communicator. That's all it is. You do not have to be a math wizard. You don't have to look at a W-2 and say, $3,000. Like, you don't have to do any of that. You just have to talk to people, joke with people, make them laugh, ha, 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 and you know, that's basically it.
Another myth that we say, okay, you need to be a CPA to have, you have to have an accounting degree or a CPA to do taxes. This is not really necessarily true, but it is good to have your accounting degree. Like I said, I have my accounting degree, so I'm the overseer of the whole returns, and we have a 3-point system to where, you know, I check it, my wife checks it, and you will check it as well, and then we make sure that you are actually running a very accurate return. And I have my accounting degree, but I didn't really need my accounting degree to run a tax business. So, you know, it's still good to have the degree and have the knowledge. It's all about just having the knowledge. Once you have the knowledge and you know the laws and you keep yourself up to date with the tax laws, which will be helping you guys too, to keep you guys up to date as well, as part of our mentorship, you will be becoming a really efficient tax professional. So people will even ask you, are you a CPA? And you can tell them, look, I can do everything a CPA can do, literally.
Exactly. Y'all, I got a degree in anthropology. You don't need any type of degree, but I bet like y'all don't even know what that is. I haven't used it once. It's like the study of people, but I haven't used it once. You just really need to be a people person, be willing to talk to people. That's it. So I want to kind of talk to the question that a lot of people ask when they first get started, which is, how do you get clients as a mobile tax preparer, right? When you first start off, how are you going to get your clients? And so this is one of our top performers last year. Last year was her first year as a tax professional. She was able to get over 100 clients. She was able to make $20,000. She's actually on right now. First year. So I wanted her to come on and just tell you guys how she was able to get clients last year and, you know, what her takeaway was. Susie, let me unmute.
I'm sorry, I just muted it. I unmuted it. Hello, everyone. My name is Susie. And yes, I was doing taxes for the first year on this year for the last year tax season. And my performance and everything basically came off of me, my ambition, my drive, my motivation to actually show. I apologize. Show my community who I was and what I could really do and what I can help them with, and actually show them that there is a tax preparer out there, a professional tax preparer who really cares about their income and what they can get back versus trying to go to someone else that just put in the paperwork and don't take the time. So I put in the legwork. I went door to door. I handed out flyers and I joke with them. I laugh with them. I let them know, like, this is the real me. You meet me, you see me, I am who I am, but I am very professional. All of your information is always secure, and you always have to give them that security. Once you get their friendship, you get that security with them and let them know, like, their information is not out there. Everything is always unlocked and key. Everything is always secure. It's always locked away. No one eyes but my eyes and the CEO and founder, of course. Information be given to them, of course, on different levels on our 3-point check system. Of course, you put it in, then you have LaShawn there, and then you have Moses to put in the information and look over it to where their accuracy going through a 3-point check and not just a 1-point check and just given to the IRS. So my success came off of my own drive and motivation to actually give back in a way to my community and show them that there is a professional tax preparer that care. And I was able to get over 100 clients because of it. And when I thought that my clientele was complete, it just kept coming, and more calls and more inquiries, and just when they got to know me, that was it. So that became my success. Story for last year. Well, this year.
Awesome. So Susie, like, what type of things were you doing? Can you just share with us, like, what type of things were you doing to get clients?
Well, I did door to door communication. I actually printed up my flyers, put my picture on there, because I believe that if you want someone to know who you are, I apologize for my child in the background. If you want someone to know who you really are, allow them to see your face. Allow them to know. So I put my picture on the flyers, and I actually went into the most populated area, and I went door to door. Let me tell you, when I said, once my kids got us out of school, we all drove together, and Mama knocked on those doors, hand out the flyers. And I didn't just hand out the flyers like, here's my flyer, I'm a professional tax preparer. No, I told them who I was, what I can deliver for them, and give them some information and details that would say, hey, this girl knows what she's talking about. And not only that, I went and I hung it up in gas stations and hair salons, and I talked to my hairstylist and let her know. And I also did a referral. It wasn't big, but it was small. And if you can make extra 10, 15 bucks off of having someone else just go in to the office or have their taxes prepared by me, you would have that people like, hey, that's an extra $15 in my pocket. So I made the referral fee program as well to let them know, like, hey, if you just refer a person, because I know everybody knows at least 2 to 10 people in your phone that you could like, hey, well, they need their taxes prepared. Right. Well, that adds up, and that calculation goes a long way. So I did door-to-door, flyers, libraries, gas stations, hair salons. I put in the work. And right when, like I said, I thought that, I was like, oh my God, I don't know. But, everybody said it was just something about me, how I communicated to them, and I know what I was talking about. So that was the biggest key. They loved my personality of what I did and how I did it, because they said they have never met a tax preparer who actually came to their door and put their picture on the flyer. It's always a business sign that you see. It's always a number or an address. But when you put your picture, your face goes a long way, especially for your personality. So I just put in that legwork. It took a lot of drive and determination, but legwork and communication is a lot to your success.
Right. Thank you so much, Susie. Another thing that you did that I saw that I really liked is that you use social media a lot. So
yes. Excuse me.
She had everybody on her Facebook sharing her flyer, telling them, Susie hooked me up. She made sure I got back the most money. Like even this little picture right here you have with your top referrer there, where she was just, saying all this stuff about how excited she was to work with you and how professional you were, and that everybody should give you a call. So stuff like that is things that you can do. You don't necessarily have to go door to door, although I like to be on the ground. Yeah, I tell you, my biggest thing was having some flyers on the passenger seat, driving around and just passing my flyers out. Because honestly, when you talk to people and they see you face to face, they're just going to naturally like you. People don't really do that. So when you actually go out and just tell people, I'm a tax professional, you have a company to stand behind you. If they Google you, if they Google the company, they're going to get good reviews, they're going to get professionalism, and they are going to trust you. So there is so many different ways that you can market yourself as a tax professional. Like Susie said, go door to door, use social media, use
Messenger.
Messenger.
I actually took a picture of my flyer and I sent it to every contact in my phone, every Facebook friend I had.
Yes,
they got my message. And not only just the flyer, just put a little small detail of what you're about. Hey, I do taxes. Even if you want a quote, come to me. I'm the best and I have your back. That will draw them in. Not just reading a flyer, but getting a personal message from you makes them feel that connection to a professional tax preparer. And also, like LaShawn said, Facebook. I was posting it every day and had a message on top of my flyer, my phone number, you can contact me. And I just had it repeated, just doing it over. And it rings a bell. Once they keep seeing it, like, hey, obviously she knows what she's doing. I have other people putting it out there for me. She's putting it out. I'm receiving it through Messenger as well. So all these social medias are a very good outlet. Even Instagram, a very good outlet on using your resources to actually reach more people and spread the word about who you are and what you do.
Right. And quickly, Susie, so let's talk about, how did you feel about the software? Did you think it was hard your first year doing return? Did you feel like you would mess up anybody's return? How confident were you after you did a few returns?
Oh, I loved it. I mean, I loved it. Drake was so easy. To me, it was. I loved it. It was very simple, very simplicity. It gave step by step. You knew it had the wording to where you can read exactly where you needed to go, what you needed to click on, the income, the information. So everything basically off of their W-2s is basically what the information that you need to put in on the software, and it made it so much easier for new tax preparers like myself, like I was. So I loved it. I love the Drake system.
Okay, great. That's awesome. So now that we talked a little bit about how to get clients, and we told you guys about us, I would love to know more about you guys.